Alright folks, well it's Alan Ribble coming back at you for Ozark Mountain Outdoor Adventures. We have a review here, or actually a follow-up review for the Shangri-La deployment bag coming right up, so stay tuned with this. Alright folks, well, coming back at you here, we have a follow-up review for the Shangri-La deployment style bag. I did a review after my purchase of the Shangri-La, and you know, it's really just a bit of a what my initial first impressions was of this deployment style bag, and gave some reasons on behind why I purchased this bag. If you want to watch that video, I will put a link here where you're able to go back and watch some of the reasons which concluded me to purchase this style bag. But I really hadn't had a chance to test it and take it into the field. We did take this into the woods for the 2018-2019 archery season here in Southwest Missouri, and was able to really kind of give this bag a good go. And I will say that I'm very pleased with this bag. Again, it was the best bang for the buck, and what I thought the best deployment style bag would be to fulfill my needs. It didn't quite fit the niche that I had purchased it for. I did purchase another tactical Canberra bag style bag, just a little bit smaller than this, and it's worthy of its own review, so I'll be doing some more reviews coming up soon on that bag. But really what I used this bag for was really when I was going in light. I went with this bag for several reasons. First off is that man, the bag that I was carrying, the police 72-hour Atlas bag, awesome bag, but it was just so big that I ended up overloading it, and it was really putting a lot of strain on my back. So when I wanted to go light, I reached for the Shangri-La, and I'll tell you, it did an amazing job. Now I'm going to get into it a little bit. I have it kind of set up to give you an idea of some things that I put in the bag during my use, and also some other things in there that'll give you a perspective of some of the size of the compartments and those types of things. But so right off the bat here, you can see I have this little tripod, and this is a rinky-dink little cheap tripod, but again, I was going light, so I had one of these Sony CX440 handy cams attached to my bow, and then when I got in, I just kind of put this other Sony up just to give a perspective on me to kind of catch myself doing the draw. So it wasn't super important, but this was definitely just a little tripod that I was bringing along with me, and you can see that it kind of fits perfectly in here. So I wanted to kind of start off this review with this on here because every time I went to the field, basically I had it in, and every time my son went hunting with me, he carried this as his bag. Usually he carried one of my lightweight backpacks, but just kind of carried this as a little bit of a support bag to kind of overflow some of the things, take out of my bag to make my bag a little bit lighter and give him a little bit of a load to carry. But one thing I noticed right off the bat, even in my earlier review of this bag, there's so many compartments and so many different zippers here that I have found myself, whether I'm either in a hurry or in the dark, pulling the wrong zipper, open the wrong compartment. So I've done my best here to kind of put the zippers on opposite ends, if you can see that here, because every time I want to open the main compartment, it seems like I open this top compartment. And really, the things that I was putting in this top compartment was not my go-to items. So I ended up opening it needlessly over and over. And this zipper comes all the way down, so this really does open all the way up. But I just wanted to open the top to get in here, and it looks very similar to this top compartment. So that is, I don't want to complain about it, because I would rather have the compartment on top than not. And I'm still trying to work out a way where I'll probably even change these pull ties that I can, you know, change the color of them possibly to be able to tell the difference from the get-go. So anyway, I wanted to mention that while I was thinking about it. And the only other thing that I thought that needed a little bit of an improvement, I love these bungee cords. And there's plenty of MOLLE on the Shangri-La. There's tons of MOLLE. You got some on the sides, on the back, and on the front. But I added these bungee cords off of another bag. I think we at one point went in on a warm afternoon and was able to kind of bungee up a hoodie on there until it got a little bit cooler and we took it off. But I think it was a combination of putting it underneath this and the bungees. But those are the only two complaints, or I don't even know if you could even consider those a complaint, but only two things that I would mention as a negative. But really, I mean, the MOLLE's there. You don't have to do that. It's just kind of my own preference and something that I added to make the bag a little bit more mine. So let's just kind of get into it a little bit. I'm also going to put this on for you to kind of show you how I was carrying it in the woods. But I'm just going to open this up a little bit, just kind of give you a little bit of perspective of how I was carrying the bag. So first I am going to open up this top compartment because it is on top. Just kind of give you an idea. So the deer drag is one of the things that I would put in this compartment. Perfect size for it, so it fit out of the way, and it's a bit of an admin pouch here on top. And you have these elastic bands here, and this one's a little bit bigger. I just put these shotgun shells in here to give you an idea, but once they get over here, these two on the end are larger, so you'd be sticking more shotgun shells in there. And also I put a Glock 17 mag in here to give you a perspective of the size of how it fits in there. Glock 17 mag. All you Glock guys out there, I'm going to put this back in there. So here on the side, this is one of my favorite pouches of the Shangri-La because the items in here I would either be putting within a fanny pack inside of my backpack, or it would take up you know, the majority of a pocket. But it does take up this pocket. But in here I got, you know, gut knife and my limb saw. I think you could put that deer drag in there as well. But it really just kind of makes it a little bit too full, and you know, there's still plenty of room in there, so that's why I split those up. On the side here, real easy access compartments on this side, and that's generally where I would keep my binoculars. And there's still room in this pouch, same with this other side. Basically where I keep flashlight there, you know, easy access items. And just gonna open up this main compartment. Like I said, there was a few times that I got confused and was pulling the wrong ties, but they come all the way down, and I am gonna open it further than I normally would just for the sake of this video. So trail cam, I mean, it's Wild Game Innovations, so it's a rather small size trail cam, but fits in here easily. I believe this is a 1.25, or it may just be a single liter water bottle to give you an idea. It fits in there perfectly. These easy hangers, these aren't the smallest thing in the world as far as lengthwise, and it goes in there. Now again, this is the Shangri-La large, you know, and I put it up against the one Tigris. The one Tigris didn't offer the large, this did, so you know, one of the reasons why I went with this. Here is a Glock 19. This nice little pouch here on the side with this elastic. You put your clamp from your Kydex holster right here on the edge. This Velcro bungee there works perfectly in tow with it to keep it secure. It's not going to come out if you got a nice Kydex holster on there. I think I just got a knife in here for just for purposes there. It's my, and on this end, just to give you a little bit of a reference, I think I got some 30-30 shells in here. Just that size there, perfect to hold a little extra. You know, if you got a med kit or something here, these pouches on the side with these Velcro straps work perfectly. I don't like throwing everything loose in a bag. I'll either put a fanny pack and separate my items. And that's one good thing about this deployment bag, is there's a lot of different pouches on here. Again, I think I paid 50 bucks for this. It was well worth it, and it's a great hunting tactical fanny pack. Again, it could be range bag, EDC bag. Definitely will fill multiple roles. But what I'm going to do is just kind of show you how I wore this when I was hunting, to give you an idea. I think right now is probably with these shells and guns and stuff in here. I always carry my EDC on my hip, so it was not in here, but I wanted to give you a reference with the Glock 19. But it's a little bit heavier than what I would carry it. Again, the reason I was carrying this was to go light, and usually I wasn't setting down. It was just spot and stock style of hunting. So anyway, give me just one moment. I'll show you how I would wear this into the woods. Alright folks, well this is basically how I was wearing the Shangri-La. Just kind of across my chest, a little bit of as a sling pack. More or less, because I really just think this is a little big and definitely very heavy right now to be supported as a fanny pack alone. So basically I would just kind of wear this like that on my back like this, and you know, very lightweight and just moving around spot and stock style. And one thing I really like this versus even a light backpack is I always hate having to take the backpack off. You know, to get what I want, and then, or it's time to leave, I have to put the backpack back on. This would allow you to really kind of sling, depending on what pocket you're getting into, really allow you access to the pack without a whole lot of extra movement. I mean, it's still a lot, and really kind of depends on where you're hunting and what the circumstance was, but that's one thing that I really appreciated, was just being able to keep that off, all the weight off my shoulders, and just be able to access that by a quick movement forward. And I guess that would work at the range, it work at however you want to. I just think it's a little big and definitely heavy how I have it right now for a fanny pack alone. But this strap, all the straps are very nice. This wide buckle here and strap, I mean, it's all quality materials. Even got some molly right here on these hip straps. So anyway, I'm giving this 2 thumbs up. I wanted to get this follow-up review out to you because season, you know, has come to an end, and I was able to test this out. And you know, like I said, my son took it every time out, and I took it on a few hunts just to when I wanted to go in light. And you know, I don't know what I'm going to do with it here in the off season. I'm going to probably put some items in it that I want to keep, you know, for storage, and know exactly where I am if I'm wanting to go out to the woods for a quick scout. You know, be able to have some of these items already in it without, you know, taking a bunch of gear. But I'm a gear guy, and you know, I always go overboard with all the gear, so I don't know how well that's going to work out. But hey, I love this bag. I definitely would recommend it. You can shop on Amazon. I think I paid $49 something for it. But anyway, definitely I'll put the links down in the description if you want to check it out on Amazon. Also let you go back to the other video where I did my first initial impressions. But anyway, thanks again so much for staying tuned with us, and I hope to see you next time.